Alright, folks, welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy XII Dungeon of Doom. I'm MysteriousJG, and I feel like we're about to face the boss of this area, who's either going to be some kind of super skeleton, super mimic, possibly a super flan or a super toad, but I'm thinking more super skeleton, super mimic. So let's see which one we get. Although, quickly, we can check and see if... I know, yeah. Okay, if you go to optimize, it shows you in blue if somebody has stuff they should be wearing. So we've now got our hero Ash Ketchum. Why did I call him Ash? Vaughn. He's got 6 defense, so he's got less defense than some other folks. Well, Fran, at least, who's wearing heavy armor. But, his attack power isn't that much better either. He's got... Which is weird, because I gave him all the things that are supposed to boost his attack power. Like, literally, on his license board, he's got, like, 1, 2, 3, 4... He's got, like, 6 of those. And, certainly the HP maxing stuff is apparent. But, yeah, I would have thought he was... I would have thought he stood out a little bit above the others in attack power, and I guess not so much. Nobody's magic resist is really that different from each other. Van has the worst evade, which is surprising, just based on his deefiness. Nobody has any magic evade. I don't know what strength does, exactly. At least Balthier has the best magic power, which he should, based on how I'm trying to level him up. Yeah, Fran, I keep reading, is like the worst character in the game. That's pretty much even people who like Fran say she's got the worst stats. But I guess that's late game, because now it seems like she's doing better than anybody else. Alright. Let's go see about this boss, which I'm pretty sure we're about to face. Yeah, it's got to be a boss fight chamber. Look at it. Look at it! Oh, maybe it is a super flan after all. Oh, no, it's mimics. I'm disguised as the biggest treasure chest in the world. Alright. First thing I want to do is I want to change everybody's gambits so everybody attacks the foe with the lowest HP, lowest maximum HP. Because what I want to do is get rid of all the little guys. I don't know if it's going to spawn more or not. And then I think I've got enough just to be on the safe side. Yeah, don't want you attacking allies. HP critical, but yeah, 93 potions. I can probably use potion on anybody who gets in trouble. So first thing I want to do is Libra, so I can figure out what super mimic here is weak against. And then you, my friend, can start trying to steal from... Oh, Mimic Queen, that's what it's called. Piece of Storm Magicite. That's handy, so we don't have to worry about, she's weak against ice, which we don't have. Okay. So I don't have to worry about constantly trying to steal from her. Breath of Life. She ready spawn. It's a little bit underwhelming here if all she's going to do is... Oh, we silenced her. I'm not sure what she was planning on doing, but she's not getting to do it. Oh, okay. Shock Storm apparently doesn't involve magic. That hurt, and she's readying it again. Oh. Hold on a second. Why is she not healing herself right now? Yeah, why is Fran not healing herself? Doesn't matter, we just won, but you would think with the her health was like at half, and it's at Ally. Oh, maybe she can't heal herself? I would think Ally would include you, but maybe not. Well, now I wish I'd let the last video go a couple minutes long. I guess I could tack this onto it. But, you know, we'll probably have some plot scenes now that we've cleared the dungeon. I think at this point we probably... Yeah, we probably have, like, free roam again. Although, maybe we're at some place we haven't been before. I don't know for sure.
To think Dalmascan air could taste so sweet.
Usually it stinks like
Where
crap.
are we? The Estersands, by the look of it. Let's back to Rabanastre before we shrivel up.
What, you
I
mean
will
from
leave, Captain.
the water?
Yes, the hour of my return is already over late.
I'm gonna go take over.
They hate me, but that does not free me of my charge.
My electrical charge. I get shocked by that mimic. Alright, so we are in the Estersand. Interesting thing about this is... Well, you know what? I think the best thing for me to do is... well, I'll get a whole video worth of content here, but... as far as like having space to run around and grind, I should be fine. Because I do want to do some grinding between videos. Just I want to really get a lot of points before we... I want to get a whole bunch of LP before we get the last two characters, is what I'm getting at. And at this point, I don't think I am going to be reloading any of the stuff from back in the waterway, but just in case. And I need to make a mental note of anything where, while I'm off screening, I come across plot, dialogue, or whatever, so that you guys can see everything. Can we get back in? No. I was afraid of that. I was hoping we'd be able to get back in. Shifty Seek. The whole entrance escaped in with a crash, and the boss is still inside. There's another entrance to Barham around here somewhere, but the boss has the key. Yeah, that's... there was a merchant in there who's now trapped. Well, sorry, friend. That's... we didn't really, like, plan to screw over that guy. He sold us some pretty good stuff, but your friend here doesn't seem to be talking. We're just going to take our leave. Now, what I don't know is whether... if we make our way all the way down to here, that village is cut off by troops before. If it's free now, we can go in there. We can actually do the hunt that we were supposed to be on, that I tried to do with Pinello and Van and decided it was too much. Oh, yeah. Not going to get any experience, but if I want to just have, like, quickly run around and kill stuff... Problem here is going to be enemies are too far apart. But I'm killing everything with one hit, so... coming here with a party of 4 is like... overkill. Seems like it'd be pretty easy on this screen to get high combos of the wolf enemies too. Kalis, I know you're not watching anymore, but if you were... sorry. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this Estersands was a place where grinding happened in my old PS2 playthrough of this game. But the problem is everybody focuses on the same enemy. Oh, you know why they're doing that? Because I changed their gambits for that boss fight. You do nearest visible. You do lowest max HP. You do highest max HP. And you do any. That way, at least in theory, Fran and Baltier will be targeting different enemies if we get into a group of them. I really probably should have bought that map of this zone. Because I think I want to be heading south and not... Although, it could go the other way. Oh, Fran is back there killing something else. I guess I'll pull her away from it just to improve our combo meter, but... No dialogue so far. If we get to that village, we should be able to make a video out of killing that Cactoid enemy. Assuming we can actually get in there. Let's run past these guys just to maintain a combo. Wait, do I care about a combo meter? I'm about to go try to fight a Cactoid. That'll break it anyway. These guys actually can survive a hit. I wonder if I can kill that dinosaur thing now. Curious where the story goes once we get back to town, because up to this point, the plot has been Van's a little punk ass who's like kind of mad at the world, and even though one of those Banga guys has been like basically constantly trying to save his ass, and Van has given him like no gratitude whatsoever, Van still decides to go try and steal a bunch of treasure, and everything as far as encountering these new people has happened since. He didn't really have a plan before. So I'll be curious where the plot's going to have to go in some kind of direction now, because the whole I am going to rob the castle during the big banquet thing, that's resolved itself now. The banquet was apparently a trap to lure out the resistance so that they could all get murdered. So I guess now we find out whether or not we get to go back to that village. Yeah. I do like the speed at which these license points are coming in, though. Problem with the grinding earlier was that the enemy, like my characters weren't powerful enough to just like really make quick work of those guys. Probably want to concentrate on getting little cheapy things for him for a while. Although, if I wait a little longer, Esther Lore 3, I got to get this really expensive Accessories 20 that I don't care about yet. But that gets me to Swiftness, and then fancy Gambit slots, and then more Swiftness. I guess the Swiftness I'm supposed to be coming out from another direction? Seems like this is really expensive. 95... So 145. Yeah, for him to get the Black Mage to get the Swiftness stuff is always expensive, it looks like. And then in this direction I've got... Oh, this is probably where I should be going. This is boosting my magic. But this is also... This is giving me all the magics. and boosting magic when I get up to here. Alright, let's just... want to get all the licenses for every board eventually, for the boards anyway, so... now I can save up to get Magics 5 and 6. She is really close, but not quite where she can afford anything. Alright. But yeah, I'll actually get to do a full explore. Like, I don't think that's something that I need to do on screen, because these is just going to be big empty zones. A save crystal would be brilliant here, but as I recall, there was a yeah, because I think hitting this save spot, I think I cheated a little bit. I checked the FAQ and found out that when we hit Rabanastre, we lose Fran and Baltair, so I kind of don't want to do that. But I should be able to talk to this guy, or these guys. You hear about the villa I posted? That's the first good news I've had all day. So you hunt the flowering cactoid. That's what I wanted. Let me tell you what you need to know. So I'm going to skip through this because we already saw it before. If it'll let me. No, it won't even let me hit the pause button. But I'm anticipating this being significantly easier now. And if I knew for sure I was going to get Bosch and Pinello or somebody to be added to my party, I would be more willing to go back to town because I could start doing hunts again, but... Flowering Cactoid, the hunt begins. But we really didn't get anything along... Wait, what does it say? Pinello must be worried sick. Yeah, that's true. Going off to grind is putting off getting Pinello back. I'm really hoping that when we meet Pinello again, she'll get boosted up to our current level. Because if not, she's going to be way under-leveled. And that'll be kind of on me. That just means I have to keep her in the party so that she continues to level up. Okay, back the way we came then. Alright, so that's what we'll do. We'll spend this video getting the flowering cactoid dealt with. And then I'm just going to do a whole bunch of exploring off-screen as a way of getting technique points. It looks like I still got Libra going from way back when. I want to bear this way. Be curious to see how many hits this thing can even stand now. It's like, because it looked like before, like I would burn through dozens and dozens of potions, but I could potentially do it. It just wasn't worth the effort. Whereas now I'm kind of worried that it might die before I can steal from it. It's got haste and protect. I couldn't steal from it, and it is looking like it's going to die before I might get another chance. Well, none of us are allowed to steal from it anyway. Interesting to know that this thing, it was like beating on me and Pinello, but now it's gonna run. Little coward. How do you like it now that we got you outnumbered 4-1 instead of just 2-1, huh? Okay, we did steal a cactus fruit from it. So now I can just finish it off. Could you imagine if we were a low-level party, this would be a huge pain in the butt. running in and fleeing and hiding amongst the wolves. And for some reason are friends with this cactus monster. Oh, it's going to use 1,000 needles. That'll kill somebody. That'll kill Bosch, for sure. But I say, if we used it on anyone except Van, we were in trouble. We obtain a cactus flower, starring Goldie Hawn. Flowering Cactoid vanquished. Sorry, Bosch, we can't be bothered to revive you. That costs Phoenix Downs. Well, we'll probably just head for the save crystal, but I'd rather talk to the guy, get whatever our reward is for that first. You are not the same as the Cactoids I was meeting before, are you? Maybe you are. Alright, man, I'm getting hungry. I'm sure you wanted to know that detail of my personal life. I also went to the dentist today and found out that I'm going to have some of my fillings redone. Like, scrape out my old fillings and put in new fillings. I think I just came to the wrong place. I sure did. I did not mean to come here. You are an enemy. Or not. I feel like I should be able to talk to you. So I don't seem to be able to talk to this guy or fight him. But it's nice to know that the Giza zone is connected to the Estersands. The city doesn't just like become this big block between them, which wouldn't make any sense geographically, but video games sometimes will work that way. So I need to go north until I hit a crossroads and then go west. Gotcha. Meanwhile, we're dragging around poor Patch's corpse. And this guy survived a hit from Vaughn, so I'm disappointed by that. Yeah, the enemies are now far enough apart that I'm actually taking off or putting away weapons between fights, which wasn't really happening in other places. But the fight, each individual fight was taking a lot longer. So here we go. That's a cactus flower, starring Goldie Hawn. I wish I could have been there when you put that overgrown cactus in its place. Here's your bounty. I know it's not much, but it's the best I could do. Thanks for your help, big man. Got 500 gil and 10 potions. That hardly seems worth it. But it probably unlocks additional bounties. Think I can ask you to do one last thing for me? That cactus flower. Would you take that to my wife for me? She's in the village north of here. She's been tending to a sick traveler found near the village, and I think she might be able to prepare some medicine from that flower. Okay. Lots of other quests. We've had quests recently that didn't have any kind of rewards, which is annoying, but this outpost doesn't seem to have a merchant. You the one who rents chocobos? Paris has lifted the blockade on the road, but the sun, I think it's gotten to my father. We may need to rest here a while. Chocobos don't come cheap. With all these delays, I hope we can afford it. Okay, so you don't rent chocobos, you just talk about them. Alright. Well, let's go save our game so we can get Bosch back. Unfortunately, from this point on, when a mark is too tough, the answer is probably not come back for it later, because well, I mean, it could be. You just need to grind, and level grind or whatever, but the big difference there was we went from having 2 to having 3. Now, that's not really going to be a thing anymore. Did we get LP for that? Because we killed it, and I wasn't over there paying attention to it. I feel like we should still get credit. Poor Bash. It's like a red box with an X over his face. So 30, 50. Yeah, I got a good bit left to do for her. That's a pretty cherry staff you got there, man. Yeah, I definitely remember wandering around in the desert, just killing as many things as I could to try to get license points. That is a big part of this game. And like the other thing I said, big sprawling maps with nothing actually going on, just it gives it an epic feel, but I distinctly remember that by the time I was done with this game, like, I'm enjoying myself now. I'm not trying to talk myself into something, but by the time I was finished with my PS2 playthrough of the game, I like really questioned all the time that I'd put into it. It's a long, long game if you do all the side stuff. But, you know, we'll be getting LP at a decent rate now. The other problem is if I don't want to go back to town because I don't want to lose. Where's the one with protect on it? Oh, that's not the same. And that's a Necba, not a cockatrice. So it looks the same, but is. Yeah, he looks the same, but he's not actually the same enemy type. I just thundered him, and that really didn't do very much at all. Who keeps using Yukas? That's gross. I guess I should steal from him if he's a whole different enemy type. Oh, it's got Faith applied. Alright, I need to end this video. I gotta go get something to eat. Now, in previous games, Faith, like in Final Fantasy Tactics, Faith would also mean you were more... Your magic would be more powerful, but would also increase the damage that magic does to you and make status effect spells a lot more likely to hit you. Oh, I bet you it makes... I bet you that inflicts blind. Well, silencing him turns out to have been a good idea. Although it took forever to make that happen. Let's blind him again. He's using Purify to... Oh, he's using Purify to get rid of Dark. Or Blind. This guy's actually... I gotta be careful here. This guy seems pretty dangerous compared to the Flowering Cactuar. But using his turns up with seems like a good idea. Using it because he's using some kind of technique to get rid of status ailments once they're put on him. And having him not attack me seems like a good thing. Small feather for all that, and 3 LP. So that is not a good use of time. That it certainly took longer to kill that guy than it would have taken to kill 3 wolves. But it does drop. There are enemies that drop more than 1 LP though, unless I've been misreading it and it was 3 experience and 1 LP, which seems ridiculous. It's an LP. It's a Let's Play. That guy's a Let's Player. Wish I could get back in there and fight those skeleton guys some more. That was cool. Alright, guys. Well, we defeated the Flowering Cactuar. He joins the list along with Giant Mutant Wolf and Rogue Tomato of our many hunting conquests. And that's going to be it for this video. I have a feel. I don't know if I'll do as like the crazy amount of leveling up that I did getting from like level 5 to level 15. And I don't know why I'm showcasing this, but I think I am, after I get something to eat, possibly going to do a little bit, do a little Mystery Science Theater / grinding session, and just try to have, I don't know what the cutting off point will feel right in my mind, but I just want to have a whole bunch of LP before we get Bash as a permanent party member, before we get, and maybe even we'll get some extra LP for Pinello. That's my hope, but we'll see, folks. Catch you guys next time.